friends, welcome back. So I don't know if anyone will actually see this tonight. I know there's a lot going on, but I was feeling anxious and needed to do something to distract myself, and I thought maybe there would be others who needed a distraction tonight. So I decided to hop on a live, do a little pop-up live stream, and get some writing done. So I don't know how long this will be, maybe half an hour maybe. Um, So I'm just gonna hang out for a few minutes and see if anybody hops on. I don't know that anybody will. This was obviously very last minute, but I have some coffee here, decaf coffee because it's getting late and I'm getting old. I have my iPad and my keyboard, and yeah, I'm just gonna hang out for a few minutes, see if anybody hops on, and then I'll just go ahead and start the timer and start the first sprint. And if anybody shows up, great. Hopefully, like I said, I did this in case there's anybody else who needs a little bit of a distraction with everything going on tonight. Yeah, so I did a lunch writing sprint earlier today and it went really well. Thank you for Ian and Renee for coming and hanging out with me. I think I'm going to do another writing sprint, like long sprints tomorrow because I'm going to be working from home. So I'm excited for that. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to get those up onto YouTube and scheduled after this. Something else I think I'm going to work on now is my, where did I put it? My Preptober binder because I have not updated that today, so I thought I would go ahead and get that updated here on the first sprint. I think I'm just going to do like 15-minute sprints for right now, just keep them short, and then I can kind of pop in and out and see if anybody joins me. So I am just going to go ahead and get that first sprint started. If you happen to pop on while we're in the middle of a sprint, just go ahead and jump in, let us know what you're working on in the chat, and let's get right to it. Okay, guys, so I don't think we had anybody join that sprint, but that is alright. I mainly did this to distract myself and to keep myself accountable to get some more words in tonight and just to give myself something else to focus on besides the election. So I did do the rough draft planner like I showed, got that updated. I also need to update my pacemaker with my word count, and I need to update my rough draft challenge website word count. So I need to do both those things, and then I also want to get tomorrow's sprint scheduled. So I'm gonna have a sprint tomorrow, like I said, or I think I started to say, for most of the day tomorrow because I am working from home. So that is going to be starting at 6 a.m. Pacific time, and I'm just going to kind of go as long as I can. I may end up having to like stop and start a little bit, maybe do like multiple streams because I do have my one-on-one in the morning. So I may go from like 6 to about 9 and then have my one-on-one and then come back maybe around 11, 12, and then continue on for the rest of the day. So I'm hoping to sprint for most of the day tomorrow. So if you'd like to come join me then, if you happen to come upon this live later on, I want to jump on the replay. I will be sprinting tomorrow as well. And then I think my next lunchtime live will be, I have it scheduled for Friday. I need to check my work calendar and make sure that I don't have appointments on Friday. But once I do that, then I will get that scheduled for sure. Yeah, since there's nobody in here right now, there's no reason for me to keep talking to myself. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into the next sprint, and we'll see how things are going after that. Awesome. Okay, well, there goes another sprint. We had a friend join us for one of the Discord groups I'm in for a few minutes, but looks like they're gone now. Um, I was able to get my challenge binder filled in for yesterday because I forgot to do it yesterday, and then for today, and I got all my sprints uploaded and everything to that. And then I started writing a little bit there towards the end of that sprint. Again, since there's no one else on here, I'm just going to go ahead and dive right into that one. No reason to chat to myself, so I'm just going to go ahead and dive right into a new one. Maybe I will do. Oh, what's the time? I think maybe I'll do. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and do one more 15-minute sprint. See how many words I can get in that, and then that will be it for tonight. And then, especially since I plan on being on here for a decent amount of time tomorrow, so yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in to the next sprint. Let's just see if there's any further developments. Looks like things are pretty much the same now as the last time I looked. So yeah, we're gonna go and dive into this last 15-minute sprint, see how many words I can get done. I'm really trying to hit 10K. I am currently at, maybe I will do 20. So I'm currently at 96.84. I can usually hit about 500 words in a 30-minute sprint. So maybe I'll do 20 minutes and see how close to that 10K I can get. If I can end the night with 10K, that would be great. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. And then, like I said, then I will close this one out and see you guys tomorrow. So yeah, let's jump right into a 20-minute sprint. Okay, guys, so that is the end of that sprint. I am going to calculate my little uh, word count here. So I wrote 652 words that sprint, which I think is going to be enough to get me over my 10K. Let me just do some quick math here and see. Let me know in the comments how you guys did or what you got done in that sprint. Hi, Julia. Thanks so much for being here. I don't know if my StreamYard is off, but it doesn't show me that there are that many of you guys in here. So I'm really excited that you guys are all here. Thank you so much for being here. 121 words is still great. And Kat finished up a section. That's awesome. So like I said, I did 652 words that sprint, and I did actually went over my 10K goal. So I've officially written over 10,000 words since Friday when the Rough Draft Challenge started. So I'm very excited about that. I have done Nano in the past like 4 or 5 years, and I usually don't hit 10K words until like the middle of the month, if at all. Honestly, sometimes I have started Nano and fallen off the bandwagon within like a week. So that is awesome. I'm really excited. Um, I'm really excited that all of you guys are here. I wasn't planning on doing another sprint tonight, but I am going to be going live again tomorrow because I'm going to be working from home. So I'm going to do like a all day long kind of sprint, or sprints, I guess it'll be. Starting at 6 a.m. Pacific time and probably going until about 9 probably. And then I'll be coming back at 11 and then going for like the rest of the day. So tomorrow will be a lot of sprints going for most of the day. Kat says she's over 20K in November. That is awesome. And all 20K of those words were written in November, Kat. That is amazing. I'm really hoping that I can get up to 21K. My goal for November is 25K for the month. So I kind of went in half with what Nano typically is because I've never hit 50K doing Nano. Yeah, that's so awesome. And today's the 5th, 20K in 5 days. That's amazing. I think it took me. So I'm not counting these words, but I already had about 28K words written in my first draft. And it took me like a year and a half to get to that. So I can imagine getting 20K in 5 days. That is so great. Julia, how about you? What is your word count? Like your total word count for the month? One of my original goals was to just do 3 sprints a day, and I kind of divided that out, hoping that I would be able to get enough words by doing 3 sprints a day. And so far, I've managed to do 4 or 5 sprints a day. So I'm hoping I can keep that momentum up. 3,000 words, that's great. Absolutely, that's definitely still an absolutely decent amount of words. Everybody works at a different pace, and I'm lucky that my job is pretty casual, so I can take breaks and write kind of during the day and work for a little bit and then write and then work for a little bit. So I know, not everybody has that kind of setup, and I don't have kids. So my time is mostly my own other than, spending time with my husband and stuff. So um, Kat says a goal of 100K total in November. That is amazing. I hope you hit that. It looks like you're obviously well on your way in multiple projects too. That's so great. I wanted to work on multiple projects this month. Also, um, over the last like 3 or 4 months, I've been keep getting like these ideas that I want to just start outlining and plotting and just running away with. But I knew that if I did that, I would never finish the story. I have ADHD, so I'm like always getting distracted by something and all over the place. So I knew if I didn't sit down and focus, that I would never finish the story. So I decided I was going to buckle down, finish this one, finish draft one of it, and then I can focus on one of my other ideas. So how many projects do you have going, Kat? I've written fairly consistently. Yeah, that's definitely a huge thing. I think creating the habit is a great thing. That way, you're not only writing in November, but can keep it going in December and into 2025. So yeah, I definitely think writing consistently and getting that habit created is a huge win. You also have ADHD. Yeah, I just was officially diagnosed in May. So I'm still kind of learning what works for me and getting my like systems into place and stuff. But so far it's been going really well. 3 or 4, that's awesome. Um, so is the 20K like spread out between those 3 or 4, or is that in one? You said that was over the multiple projects, right? Not just in one. Um, I honestly probably have like 7 or 8 projects in my Dabble that I use that I just, I can show you guys actually. So the way Dabble is set up is you create these little like home screens, and let's see if I can do this without knocking everything over. Hopefully you guys can actually see this. Maybe. Yeah, so these little squares there are each the title for a different idea that I had. So every time I have an idea, I just kind of throw it in there and let it sit until I can come back to it. But I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to do this. You guys can't really see that, kind of. There's probably like 8, 9, 10. Looks like there's like 12 of them in there that I have just had kind of pop into my head over the last few months. So obviously, I do not think that I can work on 12 projects at one time. I think my head would explode. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try to finish this one before I jump into one of my other ones. And I also feel like I'm kind of jumping all over the place genre-wise. The project that I'm working on this month is a dark romance. But some of the other books are a fantasy. I have a couple of like paranormals with some like supernatural elements and like a contemporary romance. So just kind of jumping all over the place. So I definitely knew that I wanted to kind of focus on one at a time since they're all such different genres. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I am relatively new to doing sprints. I've been on YouTube on and off for several years now, but I never really hosted sprints before. So I think I did one, I think like last year, and then yesterday, or not yesterday, earlier today was my like first official one. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm hoping that as I do them more often, I will kind of get used to it, and we'll get some more friends in here. But yeah, this has been lovely. I really appreciate you guys being here and joining me. I definitely needed the distraction. Like I said, I was kind of glued to my phone with everything going on tonight here in the US. So 20K in 2 projects. I'm going to really focus on my 3rd project when this episode is done. Then I'll rotate projects. That's awesome. So when you say episodes, you're writing like a serialized kind of story? Are you like breaking it down into like a different format rather than like a typical novel with chapters? I know a lot of people are posting their stories to Kindle Vella, which I think is going away now, actually, but or like Ream or that kind of um, setup where they're kind of posting like a chapter or an episode, I guess, at a time. Is that kind of what you're doing? Of course, I really appreciate you guys being here. This was exactly what I needed, and I managed to hit my goal thanks to you guys and your support. And body doubling always helps me a lot. So it is getting late though, so I am gonna have to hop off because I do have work early in the morning. But like I said, I will be back with pretty long sprints tomorrow, starting at 6 a.m. Pacific time. Um, So Kat said this is my first serial story, 5 episodes published separately and then put into a book. That's awesome. I'm excited for you and I can't wait to hear more about it. Hopefully you will join me on some more of these. Yeah, I'm going to hop off now. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow or maybe in another one. I'm going to be doing lunchtime sprints some days, not every day, around 12 Pacific time. So if you guys can join me on those, that would be awesome. I love having you guys here, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next ones. So I will see you guys soon.